Hi everyone, today I will talk about Taylor Swift song, Fortnight. You know what I mean? This is exclusive, you know what I mean? Focus with me, you know what I mean? This is so important what I will share now, you know what I mean? You got me? It's important, you know what I mean? You got me? And it's the truth, you know what I mean? You will know the truth, you know what I mean? The first time you will discover the meaning of Fortnite song, you know what I mean? Because that song, it's absolutely powerful, you know what I mean? Powerful song, you know what I mean? Stunning, you know what I mean? And also the album, the Tortured Poet Department, you know what I mean? It's one of the best albums, you know what I mean? In history, you know what I mean? You got me? Great fucking album. You know what I mean? So that album first, you should understand that it's about me. You know what I mean? You got me? You know what I mean? It's about me as essential, you know what I mean? Essential topic. You know what I mean? Yeah, she talk about other things, but as essential topic, it's about me. You know what I mean? You got me? So yeah, focus with me what I will, you know what I mean, share with you, know what I mean? We'll talk about the video, you know what I mean? And I will talk about the lyrics. Two things, you know what I mean? And you understand the song the first time. You know what I mean? So if someone asks you, you know what I mean? Fortnite, what is about, you know what I mean? Fortnite, I don't know what is the meaning of the lyrics, so on. This is, you know what I mean? The meaning, you know what I mean? You got me? This is the truth. You know what I mean? Yeah, there is interpretations of any song. There is interpretations. But now me, I know the truth because Taylor Swift, she's my lover. She's #1 in the list. I put her, you know what I mean? You got me? I mean, me, I seduce famous girls. That's Jesus stories. You know what I mean? My relationship with famous girls. Taylor Swift, she's #1. She's my lover. You know what I mean? And I experienced with her some things. You know what I mean? You got me? She's my lover. And that album, it's about me. So me, I know, you know what I mean? I know the meaning of the song and everything. And I will tell you the events and what happened and everything. You know what I mean? You got me? What I mean? So yeah, that's, you know what I mean, what I want to tell you. So first, you should know what I'm doing. People that they're new, you know what I mean? They're watching this video, what I'm doing. Me, what is Jesus stories? I'm interacting with famous girls in Instagram. You know what I mean? And the way I interact with them, you know what I mean? It's different. It's not like I send them a message, they send me a message. No. They reply to me indirectly in stories, publications. Stories, publications, you know what I mean? Or music, their songs, their movies, something like that. Signs, it's signs, you know what I mean? Signs. You know what I mean? Something between you and her, she's sending that message. There is no direct communication, like, hi, how are you? No. You know what I mean? You got me, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. And they don't do scene to my message. In Instagram, you will not find scene. They see my messages. No. You know what I mean? There is no scene. There is nothing like that. You know what I mean? You got me? So, yeah, they listen to me. They listen to me because, you know what I mean? If you watch, you know what I mean, some videos, I show you the stories and everything. They interact with me. They listen to me. You know what I mean? It's proven. And this song, you will see or hear some things that I will share now. You will be like certain that they listen to me and they love me. You know what I mean? But they don't show me that. You know what I mean? Directly like scene. You know what I mean? No. You know what I mean? It's like invitation, message. And also they're famous. They know how to just listen to my messages. You know what I mean? Without responding to me. You know what I mean? So if you ask the question, how can you know what I mean? You send them message and you're not famous like them and they listen to you, because me, I didn't stop. From 2020, I started this. From 2020 and until now we are in 2025. So 5 years I was going, you know what I mean? Sending them. You know what I mean? So people, they just send and go, and if they will send after a while or something, like a fan. Me, I declare myself as their boyfriend, and also I keep, you know what I mean, sending them, you know what I mean, messages. You know what I mean? You got me? I didn't stop. You know what I mean? You got me? So that's what happened. So that's what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So yeah, you should watch if you want to understand my story, you know what I mean, my identity and everything I did and what I'm doing. Watch the video how it started, you know what I mean? But for this video, you should watch Jesus Stories Gigi Hadid. Watch that video. Jesus Stories Gigi Hadid. Because in that video, you know what I mean, I talked about something. You know what I mean? And that thing that I talk about, it has to do with Fortnite song. You know what I mean? The eras. There is many eras. From 2020 and until 2025, there is many eras. The first era, second era, third era, fourth. There is many eras. You know what I mean? I mean, in this love, you know what I mean, we experience many eras. You know what I mean? So the first era, something happened in this journey of Jesus Stories with those famous girls. Something happened. Now we started the second era, and yeah, after a while, something happened. Third era. That's some. You know what I mean? So I talk about that. You know what I mean? In yeah, you know what I mean? In Jesus Stories Gigi Hadid. So yeah, Fortnite song. You know what I mean? So yeah, the song. It's love song. It's love song. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's love song. You got me? And the song, it's about Taylor Swift. She's in love with me, you know what I mean? You got me? And also it's about some drama. That's the song. Something happened, some drama in this love. She's talking about this love, you know what I mean? That's between me and her. Jesus Stories love that I have with her. You know what I mean? It's about this, you know what I mean, unique love that I have with Taylor Swift and some drama. Drama happened, you know what I mean? That's the song. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean? So that's the song. And now, Fortnite. What is the meaning of Fortnite? Fortnite. You know what I mean? The meaning. We want to understand, you know what I mean? The message that you want to send by Fortnite. The first era and second era of the love between me and her. That's the meaning of Fortnite. You know what I mean? Two eras. You know what I mean? You got me? What I mean? Two eras. You know what I mean? First era and second era of our love. You know what I mean? That's Fortnite. The video, we'll start by the video. The first thing you'll notice, it's black and white video. Black and white. Why? As I explained, you know what I mean? Black means power. You know what I mean? Colors, watch the video. The colors of my girlfriends. Black means power. White means religion. Jesus. Me, I'm Jesus. You know what I mean? So black is power. White is religion. You combine the two colors, black and white, together. You know what I mean? It's me. You know what I mean? You got me? Power. You know what I mean? It means, you know what I mean? Also, you don't give up. You know what I mean? The horse. So from 2020, and I'm talking to them, and they don't respond to me directly, and I'm talking, and until 2025. That's the idea. You know what I mean? You are, you know what I mean? That guy that he's following them, or he's talking to them. You know what I mean? He's talking to them. He's interacting with them. You know what I mean? We are in a relationship. You know what I mean? Real relationship. You know what I mean? Like that relationship. You know what I mean? In this way of, I mean, 5 years. You know what I mean? In this Jesus Stories way. You know what I mean? You got me? So that's the meaning of black and white. You know what I mean? It's me. You know what I mean? So that's about black and white. Now in the video, she's wearing white. You know what I mean? She's wearing white. What is the message here? She's wearing white. Watch the video. You know what I mean? Watch. When you will watch what I'm saying now, watch the video again. You know what I mean? And remember what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You guys, watch me. You should understand. You know what I mean? What's happening here? You will understand the video now. White means Jesus. You know what I mean? White that she's wearing means Jesus. You know what I mean? Me. You know what I mean? And in the beginning of the video, you will see her. She's tied. She's tied. Her hands tied. You know what I mean? Tied. Tied. You know what I mean? I mean, she's lying and her hand is tied by that thing. You know what I mean? Tied. What is the message here? She's tied. You know what I mean? What is the message here? She's tied. She's suffocated. You know what I mean? Suffocated. You know what I mean? Suffocated. That's the message. Of what? Of some pain that she's experiencing because me, I hurt her. You know what I mean? I told you there is drama. You know what I mean? Drama happened. Me, I hurt Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? Like, I love her. She is my lover. But I hurt her. You see, like, you know, that relationship, something happened. You know what I mean? Drama happened. Like, you love her, but you do something she doesn't like, or she do something you don't like, or something like that. You know what I mean? So I did something, hurt her, and she's suffocated. You know what I mean? That's the meaning of she's tied. You know what I mean? In the beginning, her hands are tied. You know what I mean? You got me? So that's the thing. You know what I mean? And also, you will notice she's up. You know what I mean? You got me? She's up. You'll notice that she's up. What is the message here? She's up and everything is down and she's up. Why she's up in the beginning of the video? To say or to send the message that she's alone. She's feeling alone in that pain. You know what I mean? She's feeling alone. You know what I mean? That's the message there. She's alone. She's feeling alone. And she's writing in her face some words. You will find her writing words in her forehead, in her cheek, in her face. What is the message there? She's writing some words in her face. That shows the desire of revenge. She wants to take revenge because of what I did to her. She loved me, but I hurt her. You know what I mean? She wants to take revenge. You know what I mean? That's the desire of revenge. You know what I mean? And you will see in the video, upside down image. Upside down image. You know what I mean? You got me? Instead of like this, you will see like things like this. You know what I mean? Like this. Upside down image. What is the message there? What is we want to understand? You know what I mean? What is the message there? Upside down image. The message is no one understand her. You know what I mean? No one understand her. No one understand what she's feeling and what she's, you know what I mean? You got me? What she's experiencing. You know what I mean? First, the idea of falling in love with a guy that is not famous like her. It's very difficult to talk about that. You know what I mean? You got me? Even she said in other song, she said that if I will tell them about you, they will think that I'm insane. She didn't say the same words, but that's the meaning. She said like that. If I will tell them about you, they will think that I'm insane. You know what I mean? So it's very difficult to talk about, you know what I mean? Me, and also the kind of interaction, it's unique. How can, you know what I mean, talk about that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She doesn't respond to me directly. So if you want to talk about that, you should find someone close to you that you trust, and it's very difficult, you know what I mean? To risk your, you know what I mean? Yeah, just, we could say like, anything, it could be like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you are crazy, you are insane, you are, it's risk to just do that, you know what I mean? And so that's, you know what I mean, upside down image, like no one understands, you know what I mean? People, they don't understand her, what she's experiencing, you know what I mean? You got me? Also, you will find she's cleaning her face by a towel, you know what I mean? She's doing like this, towel, cleaning her face, you know what I mean? What is the message there? And while she's cleaning her face, it's like she's writing words in her face. What is this? I mean, what's logical when you clean, you know what I mean? The things that's in your face disappear, like you clean. But what's happening here is what? She's cleaning and there is words. You see that the moment that she's cleaning, it's like there's words in her face. It's like she's writing by the towel. What is the message here? You know what I mean? What is the message? Is to eliminate the pain. You know what I mean? She need to take revenge. That's the only way so that she feel good. You know what I mean? And eliminate that pain that she's suffering. You know what I mean? Because of what I did to her. You know what I mean? You got me? She need to take revenge. You know what I mean? Yeah, what else? Also, you'll find black color. Black means power. You know what I mean? You got me? And I explained what is the meaning of black. So in that context, or in this context, means she's hurt. Black means I hurt her. You know what I mean? You're aggressive or you hurt her or something. You know what I mean? It's that pain. You know what I mean? You hurt her. She's wearing also, you'll find in the beginning she wear white. And in the middle of the song, black. You see this? You know what I mean? It's so clear that she's talking about me. And me, I explained everything about the colors. You know what I mean? So that's the meaning of black. You know what I mean? You will see the guy that's with her in the video. He has beard. Long beard. You know what I mean? What is the message of the beard? What is? Islam. You know what I mean? Me, I'm Muslim. You know what I mean? And I'm Jesus. You know what I mean? That's the message. You know what I mean? You got me? She's in love with a guy that he's Muslim. That's the message, you see what I mean? Also, you'll find orange and blue sky, and those colors like this. For example, you see like the Islam, orange and blue sky. And there is him and there is her. The guy, and that symbolize me and Tyler. What is the message here? What is the message? Orange is the color that I gave Dua Lipa. You know what I mean? Dua Lipa. Blue sky, you know what I mean? I gave it to Kautar Bamu. What is symbolize blue sky? Religion, because it's the sky, religion. Dua Lipa, she's Leo. Her zodiac sign is Leo. You know what I mean? So orange in this context means God. You know what I mean? So blue sky and orange means religion, Jesus. You know what I mean? Religion. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also you will see her lying on the street, and there is papers with him, lying with him, lying on the street. You know what I mean? With him, and you know what I mean? You got me? And there is papers. You know what I mean? What is the message here? She's lying with him, and there is papers. You know what I mean? What is the message here? You know what I mean? What is the message? Jesus' story is communication. You know what I mean? You got me? You know what I mean? Jesus' story is communication. That's the message here. You know what I mean? Wait for a second. So she's lying on the street. You know what I mean? Lying on the street. You know what I mean? And there is papers. You know what I mean? Papers. Many papers. Jesus' story is communication. That's the message. You know what I mean? You got me? I send them videos. You know what I mean? I send them vocals. I mean, those famous girls. You know what I mean? You got me? So I talk to her in, you know what I mean? So now we're talking about Tyler. So I talked to her in video and vocals in Instagram for 2 hours, 3 hours. I talked to her, you know what I mean? I start talking, you know what I mean? And she's lying on the street to show that it's unique. The communication, it's unique. You know what I mean? She communicates with me in stories and publications and so on. So it's unique. Got me? And there's the guy and her. Like that, you know what I mean? So our love, you know what I mean? And the way we communicate. You know what I mean? You got me? So yeah, you know what I mean? The paper shows, you know what I mean? I mean too many papers shows, you know what I mean? That's too much of communication and so on. That I send her many messages and so on. Yeah. Also in the video you will see the actor Ethan Hawke. You know what I mean? Ethan Hawke, the actor that he acts in the movie Predestination. Ethan Hawke, you know what I mean? So what is the message there? You know what I mean? Ethan Hawke there. The idea of the eggs and the chicken. You know what I mean? You should watch the movie so that you understand what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The eggs or the chicken. You know what I mean? I mean the eggs first or the chicken first. Who's first? You know what I mean? The eggs first or the chicken first. So what is the message there? You know what I mean? You got me? You should understand something between me and her. You know what I mean? You got me? You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean? Something between me and her. You know what I mean? You got me? So that you understand what's happening. You know what I mean? So I will tell you, I will make you close to understand. So the idea here is the eggs or the chicken. I mean, we're asking the question, what's first? So it's like, what's first? The intention of the pain. You know what I mean? The intention, you know what I mean? I mean, it's like she said in other song, like, is it the summer goal that you want to destroy my life? It's like, that's the meaning of what she said. Like, did you have that goal to destroy her life? You know what I mean? Or something, or, you know what I mean? To ruin her life or something, to hurt her or something, you know what I mean? So it's like, is it the intention of, you know what I mean? Or of hurting her? You know what I mean? Creating that pain of hurting her. Is it first, or the pain that create that intention? It's like after the pain happened, then there is that intention started. You know what I mean? It's like started. Why? She's talking about after I hurt her, I'm trying to fix what happened. And the more I try to fix what happened, the more I look like I want to hurt her. That's what happened. know what I mean? You got me? The more I want to fix it, the more it looks like you want to hurt her. And you know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? It's more painful. So what is, you know what I mean? What is first? You know what I mean? What's first? So that's what she's saying. Yeah. And and you will see, you know what I mean? In the end of the video, there's like a mountain. There's mountain, and there's phone booth. You know what I mean? Phone booth. And she's up on the phone booth, and he's talking. You know what I mean? He's talking to her. So what is the message here? She shows that it's unique. What I'm doing, Jesus Stories, is unique. That's why she chose the mountain. You know what I mean? To symbolize it's something unique. You know what I mean? It's something, you know what I mean? So fucking unique. You know what I mean? That way of communication. And she's up. You know what I mean? On the phone booth. You know what I mean? She's up. And he's talking to her. You know what I mean? So what is the message here? She's close to me in Instagram. I talk to her. She listened to me. She listened to me. She listened to my messages. You know what I mean? But she doesn't reply to me. That's the meaning of he doesn't see her. She's up. You know what I mean? She's up on him. He doesn't see her. He's talking. He doesn't see her. What is the message? She doesn't reply directly to my messages. You know what I mean? You got me? What I mean? You got me? But, you know what I mean? She listened to me. She listened to my messages. So she's describing this Jesus Stories communication. You know what I mean? So that's the message here. Jesus Stories communication. How we communicate. So that's about, you know what I mean, the video. That's about the video, you know what I mean? You got me? Now the lyrics. Let's see the lyrics. So, yeah. First, she's saying, I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me. I will not talk about this, you know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean, something, yeah, I should not say it, you know what I mean? So, let's ignore this, you know what I mean? But something you will not understand. It's about us, me and her. Yeah. What she said. But also she said something. Another line. She's saying, in the lyrics, she's saying, but what about your quiet treason? You know what I mean? I mean, I hurt her. That's the message here. But what about your quiet treason? I hurt her. And for a fortnight there, we were forever. That's another line. Fortnight, as I said, two eras. First era, second era. You know what I mean? So, in the first era, I was interacting, you know what I mean, normally to her and all the other girls. And suddenly something happened, I stopped. You know what I mean? Something happened. You know what I mean? Something happened, I stopped. And we started the second era. So, and for a fortnight there, we were forever. Yeah, our love was powerful, you know what I mean? Powerful in those two eras. She's saying, also another line, now you're in my backyard turned into good neighbors. Now you're in my backyard turned into good neighbors. She's talking about after I hurt her, now I'm talking to her, you know what I mean? I'm talking to her to console her, to console her. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what I mean? I hurt you. This is why I hurt you. I'm sorry, blah, 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 to console her. You know what I mean? Now you're in my backyard turned into good neighbors. You know what I mean? After you hurt me, now you can try to talk to me, to console me, and so on. Your wife waters flowers. I want to kill her. She's talking about a girl. Who is the girl? Guess. She's talking about Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton, she's number 2. Taylor Swift, she's number 1. I said that before. Taylor Swift, she's number 1. And the color that I gave her is red color. I mean Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, the color that I gave her is red color. Paris Hilton, she's number 2. The color that I gave her is pink. Pink color. You know what I mean? So that you understand. So now she's saying, your wife waters flowers. I wanna kill her. So she's saying that the love between me and Paris grows. You know what I mean? The love between me and Paris grows. Because in second era, it's the era of Paris Hilton. The love grows between me and Paris. You know what I mean? You got me? All my morning are Monday stuck in an endless February. You know what I mean? All my morning are Monday stuck in an endless February. What is the message here? She's thinking about me and Paris. You know what I mean? She's thinking about the love that I have between me and Paris. You know what I mean? What is here? Where is the sign that's symbolized to Paris? February, February, February. You know what I mean? The second month of the year, February. You know what I mean? So February is the zodiac sign of Paris Hilton, Aquarius. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Paris Hilton, she's Aquarius. You know what I mean? So all my morning are Monday stuck in endless February. She's thinking about the love that I have been that I have with Paris. Yeah. I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary. I will not talk about this. You know what I mean? This has to do with me. You know what I mean? Jesus. You know what I mean? Something happened. I will not talk about that. You know what I mean? So let's repeat the line. I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary. I will not talk about that. I love you. It's ruining my life. You know what I mean? I love you. It's ruining my life. This is like because I hurt her. You know what I mean? I touch you for only a fortnight. You know what I mean? So it's like she's saying the love now it's not powerful. She loved me in first era, second era. After I hurt her, you know what I mean? You got me? It's not that powerful. You know what I mean? You got me? So that's what she's saying. Now you're at the mailbox turned into good neighbors. Now you're at the mailbox turned into good neighbors. So the mailbox symbolizes communication. Jesus stories. I keep sending a message. You know what I mean? In vocals, videos, the mailbox emphasize on the idea of communication. That in Jesus stories, I keep sending her message. Turned into good neighbors. I explained like I'm trying to console her. You know what I mean? You got me? Console her. Yeah. My husband is cheating. I wanna kill him. My husband is cheating. I want to kill him. She's talking about the love that I have between me and Paris. The love that I have with Paris. You know what I mean? Paris Hilton. You know what I mean? Got me? She's calling it like, or describing it like cheating. You know what I mean? Why? Me, from 2020, I had those famous girls with me. You know what I mean? From 2020. So she knows that I'm polygamous and there is many girls with me as famous girls, and she is normalizing that and she's accepting that. But why, if she's accepting that, she knows that me, I'm talking to many famous girls, why she's saying my husband is cheating, I want to kill him? Because the love that I have with Paris Hilton, Taylor Swift, she considered this love powerful. She considered the love that I have with Paris powerful. That's why she's saying my husband is cheating. She considered it like cheating. Because I love Paris so much, because she's number 2. Now, you know what I mean? The guy, it's like me, I'm talking. The guy is singing now. He's talking. Thought of calling you, but you won't pick up. Thought of calling you, but you won't pick up. What is the message here? She doesn't reply to me. Jesus stories, you know what I mean? She doesn't reply to me directly. Thought of calling you, but you won't pick up. You know what I mean? She doesn't reply to me directly in Mrs. Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? She doesn't. Move to Florida. Buy the car you want. Move to Florida. Buy the car you want. Now, the idea here is she wants to meet me. You know what I mean? Move to Florida. Buy the car you want. She wants to meet me. Yeah. Also, you know what I mean? There is another fortnight lost in America. Another fortnight lost in America. She's saying another fortnight lost in America. You know what I mean? So in the song, she's saying another fortnight lost in America. Then she said, move to Florida, buy the car you want. So yeah, let's start by this. So another fortnight lost in America. What is the message here? I didn't take this relationship to another level. I didn't take this relationship to another level. No. You know what I mean? We're just talking in Jesus stories. You know what I mean? I didn't take it to another level. So that's why she's saying another fortnight loss in America. Then she said, move to Florida, buy the car you want. So she's saying she wants to meet me. That's the message. She wants to meet me. So that's fortnight song. You know what I mean? That's fortnight song. And that's, you know what I mean? You catch me? First time, you know what I mean? Share, you know what I mean? Share this with, you know what I mean, with your friends and everyone. This is the truth about, you know what I mean? And you see the harmony between everything. This is the story, you know what I mean? This is the story, you know what I mean? You guys, you know what I mean? And watch Also, song, I talk about train season song, you know what I mean? You got me, what I mean? Though she's saying, or she's talking about she's in love with a fan. Who is this fan? A fan. He's not famous, it's just a fan. Me, you know what I mean? Watch training season, watch who. I talked also, I talked about that in this channel. Training season song, the meaning of it. And also, Houdini. And now, Fortnite. And now you see these Jesus stories and what I'm doing. This is for today's video. Yeah, I see you in other videos. Take care.